righty. All right, class. Today is Tuesday, the 25th. Tuesday, the 25th. Don't forget, these are the assignments that are due this week. Also, please be mindful that we have our virtual tutoring on Wednesday. That's tomorrow. Don't forget about that. If you come, great. If you don't, that's okay. But please try to make some of the tutoring sessions, okay? All right. We have a test that we have to prepare for, and that's where I get the test review, the EOC at the end of the year. That's how I get those things in, okay? We're going to do the warm-up first today, and then we're going to work on distance, okay? Distance. I don't know that we're going to have time to do area or perimeter, but I'm going to put it on the agenda just in case we have time to do it. Of course, we have our Tuesday homework, okay? Any questions about what we're doing today? Okay. In your planner, please make sure that in your planner you at least have your first and last name. I would write it in pen so that nobody else takes your stuff, okay? Because now that it's a grade, it's kind of a hot commodity. All right, so and the school and your homeroom teacher, just in case you misplace it, hopefully you don't, but just in case, they'll know who to take it back to. I wouldn't put my personal information in here just in case you drop it. Okay, I wouldn't do that. Yes, baby. Well, not right now. You don't want to disrupt them. This would be easy for you to do when you get it. Okay, so just when you leave here, just go and ask them for one. Okay. All right. Unless if I give you this one, then you ask them for theirs, and then give me back that one. Do you want to do that? Because this person was absent today, so you take this one, and then ask your homeroom teacher for one, and bring that one back to me, so my student will have one. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All right. All right. So now we're gonna. You don't have to fill this part out. The class schedule. We know our class schedule by now. That's not necessary at this point. All right, but what is necessary is this part. This is the part that I'm going to be looking at to give you an easy 100. Okay, just easy. It's going to be easy. So I need you just to put the date, Q3W1. We're going to have 9 of these, okay? We're going to have 9 of these because it's 9 weeks and a quarter. To this week, it starts with Monday the 24th. You can just put 124. 125 for Tuesday, 126 for Wednesday, then 127 for Thursday, 128 for Friday, and we don't need to fill out Saturday. Okay, that's the first thing that I'm going to be looking for is those dates, okay? The other thing that I'm looking for is that you write your homework down for all of your classes. If you don't have homework in language arts, don't put language arts on here. If you have science homework, put science homework. If you have social studies, this is for yesterday. Please go back and write the homework in that you had last night, and then check it off if you did it. If you didn't do it, don't check it. Okay? Any questions? You don't have no checks? Jesus. You look nice today, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. Shh, hater. All right, look. Virtual tutoring for this class is Wednesday. This is for my math 8. Yours is Wednesday. So please put virtual math tutoring. Even if you don't come, at least that reminds you that we have it just in case you change your mind. Okay? No, I can't mandate you come to tutoring, but you need to at least know that it's there if you need it. Tutoring has a negative undertone. It's not negative. Okay? All right. It's preparation. That's really what it is. It's preparation. Okay, we have an EOC at the end of the year, and we want to be prepared. So we have to practice, just like you do for any game. All right, go ahead and put that away. Okay, that's what I'm going to be looking for. Real quickly, we write our homework down, and we just put it away. We don't want to take no more than a couple seconds, okay? All right, let's look at our warm-up. We're going to read the warm-up. All right, we do need a calculator for this. So rows 1 and 2, please pick up a calculator. I'm going to pause real quickly. I'm going to read. We're going to draw it out. You're going to solve it, and then I'm going to walk around and check your homework while you're solving this, okay? All right, so it looks, look, a soccer field is a rectangle. So we're going to draw a rectangle. Draw a rectangle. Come on. 90 meters wide and 120 meters long. So we're going to put the 120 meters long here. And that's, if this is 120, this is also 120, right? Yep. And then 90 meters wide, we're going to put that here. This is the width. Okay, so it's 90 over here also. Okay. It says the coach asks the players to run from one corner to the other corner diagonally. So we got to do diagonal, either from this corner to this corner, or they can do from this corner to that corner because he didn't specify. So it doesn't matter which way you draw the diagonal. It's going to be the same measure anyway. This is the question. How far do the players run if they're going from this corner to this corner? So you have to figure that out. This is a right triangle here. I will give you that much. This is a right triangle here, okay? Because these are right angles. So you figure out this missing length right here. Okay, distance. Remember, to find distance, you draw a right triangle and use Pythagorean Theorem to find the distance. I want you to do this on your own. You do have a calculator. Round to the nearest tenths place. You might not have to round. Let me look. Yes. Round this one to the nearest hundredths place, okay? And this one you shouldn't have to round because this answer should work out perfectly. Go ahead and do those problems as I walk around to see what you've done for your homework, okay? Okay, what's the answer to this first one here? What did you get, Manny? 150. 150 is the answer for that one. What's the answer for the second one? 9.1. Round to the nearest hundredths place. It's 2 spaces behind the decimal. 9.06. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna show you real quickly. You do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay. All right. So you label the sides. This could be side A or B. I'm gonna say this is A and this is B. The side opposite of the right angle has to be C though. Okay. So now we're going to substitute these values and solve for the slanted side, which is C, the hypotenuse. So your A is 90. Your B is 120. C is what you're trying to find. Okay? Sorry, 120 squared. So we're going to do 90 squared plus 120 squared. 90 squared plus 120 squared. And that gives you 22,500. So this is 22,500, okay? To find C, you do the square root on both sides. So then we find the square root of 22,500. That's second x squared, 22,500. And that's how we got the 150. So this is 150 meters. And C squared, the square root of C squared is just C, because C times C is C squared. Okay? Any questions about how I got this as my measurement for the diagonal? Okay, we got to know how to do these on our own. Okay, so when you got to, in order for you to know that you know how to do it or not, you got to actually try it when I turn you loose to try this stuff. Some of you spend too much time running your mouth. All right, distance. This is on the coordinate plane. It's already drawn for you, so you just draw the right triangle, okay? So I'm going to draw the right triangle. I'm going to draw my triangle this way using the grid lines, okay? I'm going to label my sides. This side I'm going to label as A. This is 1 unit. So A is equal to 1 here. This I'm going to label as B. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So B is equal to 9. C is the part that's missing. Sorry, y'all, that's kind of a little hard to see. This is 1 and this is 9. So we're going to use Pythagorean Theorem. I'm going to put A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 9 units, okay? A squared plus B squared equals C squared is going to give you the length of the diagonal, the slanted side. My A is 1. My B is 9. So I'm going to simplify. This is 1 plus what? What's 81? So this is going to be 82. So now how do I solve for C? Square root. So we're going to type in the square root of 82. Second x squared, 82. And that's going to give me, if I round to the nearest hundredths place, that's going to give me 9.0. And then this number is going to be 6. Okay? So it's 9.06. 9.06. About. And it's about because we rounded the answer. The squiggly lines is about. Any questions? Okay. Let's look at the homework, please. Anyone still copying? David, you said yes, baby? Okay. I'm going to pause for the cards. All right. So now look at this. We got endpoint. We did this last night. I gave you an example of how to do that in last night and yesterday. Today we're doing midpoint. So the formula, you need to make sure you're right. For midpoint, I'm going to abbreviate midpoint. You add your x's together, right? And divide by 2. That gives you the x coordinate for a midpoint. Comma, to find the y coordinate, you add the y's together and divide by 2. That gives you your y coordinate for the midpoint. So this is the expectation. I'm showing you how to get 100, okay? Please, you can write on this because it's enough space. This is enough space. All right, so let's write these ordered pairs in. This first ordered pair, and you can write this one first. It doesn't matter which one you write first. Start here and go 1, 2, that's -2, and down 1. So the -2, 1 is your first endpoint. X1, Y1. Are y'all okay with that? Okay. The second point is 1, 2, +2, and up 2. So this is 2, 2. This is X2, Y2. That's the second endpoint. So you're going to take these numbers and substitute it into the formula to find your midpoint. Anyone lost as to what to do for homework tonight? Please show your work. It's only 4 problems. Okay, so that means if you did not, it's only 4. So if you did not do your homework last night, I'm not going to call you out because I'm recording. If you did not do your homework last night, then you need to go back and do that. Plus, you need to do tonight's homework. Okay? Good deal. All right, anybody else? Good deal. Okay, put this in your folder so that you don't lose it. And that little half sheet that I gave you when you walked in the door and your interactive notebook, please take that out, okay? Half sheet, interactive notebook. Guys, the pictures, I posted the pictures on on my Canvas page. So if you're missing a page, you can go and look to see what page you're missing. Okay, you're going to probably, what I do is view it on my phone or on my tablet so I can zoom in, okay? Yes, baby.
Like do something for the interactive notebook, like one on Canvas, because like I can't really submit my pictures on Canvas.
It's closed, that's why.
No, not the interactive notebook. Like I'm saying for the next one.
Ask me that personally, because I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I just don't understand what you're saying. So just ask me personally, and then I'll try to address what you're asking me, okay? All right, so take out your notebook. Oh, we're on page 5. For the third page, you want to put that page where we put that. You said which page now, baby? 3? Here, I'll show you the page. Okay. Yeah, this page. Yeah, that's page 3. Yeah. Yeah, put that on, paste this on page. The only thing, guys, and I didn't paste, I don't know why I pasted down the wrong one, but whatever. The on page 3, all we did was this side right here, okay? So this right here should be 100% finished. I did these two with you, and then you were supposed to complete the rest of it on your own. So please make sure that you do this side. We did not do this side. We did this side, and we did it in class. So please make sure that in your notebook, all of this is completed. I did 2 to show you how to do it, and then you finish out the rest of them. Okay? Any questions about that? Yes. Let me pause. All right, so this is going to be page 5. Don't paste this down because we have stuff to write, okay? So please don't paste this down. Please don't paste this down yet. All right, so this is page 5. Let's write this in, y'all. This is distance practice, okay? We're going to paste, this is the last thing that we're going to paste on for page 5. I'm going to go ahead and put page 5 on it so you'll know. This is page 5, continue.
Wait, what's the first one? Well, we're going to do notes on the first one.
What's page 4?
That's page 5.
This is
also page 4.
It was the slip.
Yeah.
What'd you say, baby?
David said it was the slip. Isn't this page 4?
Yeah.
So then what's that?
Wait, this page.
What are you talking about?
You said page 5.
Yeah. This is page 5.
Are you talking about?
And this is also page 5.
That's why.
It's just like.
All right, here we go. Let's, y'all, come on. We got to listen. For real. Please listen. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do these. Okay? These you can do on the paper because you have enough space. These are the ones that you're going to end up doing in your notebook because it's not enough space to do it on here. Okay? All right, so let's do this one. We are going to find the distance between these 2 points. So all we have to do is draw a right triangle using the grid lines. Any questions about that first thing that we do?
No, ma'am.
So we're going to count the number of units for each of the legs. This is going to be A, this is going to be B, okay? A here is equal to, we're going to recount, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is 7. Let me double check. Ooh, sorry. B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units. So now to find this slanted side, this is a right triangle, so you're going to use Pythagorean Theorem. You have enough room on the paper to show your work, so you can write this section on the paper. So your A is 7, your B is 6, and C is what you're trying to find. You're going to simplify. So 7 to the second power is what? 49. Plus 6 to the second power is what?
36.
Good job. So let's add. We got 49, and then you're going to have to find the square root. 49 plus 36 is what? 85. So now let's find the square root. It's okay. Keep moving, please. Find the square root of 85. And we're going to round to the nearest, it says 10. And so what does that give you? 9.2. So this is 85. We're going to find the square root. So this gives you 9.2, about, because we rounded, okay? And this is our answer. Okay, that's what you do for numbers 1 through 6. Any questions about numbers 1 through 6? Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do 7. We're not going to graph these. We're going to use the distance formula instead of Pythagorean theorem. The distance formula is on the board. I'm going to write that. We're going to write that in our notebook as well, okay? So for these problems, 7 through 12, we're going to use the distance formula. Okay? If the distance formula becomes too much for you, graph them and use Pythagorean theorem if you get confused with using the distance formula. But distance formula, all it is substituting and using order of operations, so it shouldn't be difficult for you. Distance formula is D is equal to, D stands for distance, the square root. Under this radical sign or square root sign, in parentheses, you have x2 minus x1, and you're going to square it. Then you're going to add, in parentheses, y2 minus y1, and it's squared. So this is the distance formula that you're going to use for these 12 problems. And really, it looks like it's a lot, but it's really not. It's just order of operations. Most of which, if they give you a calculator, you can really use the calculator to do, okay? All right. Is there anyone that's still copying the formula before I move to another sheet? Yes, baby.
So then what's this thing? The square.
It's a part of the formula.
Is there?
No, it's a part of the formula.
So do you do it after you're done with the thing?
Yes, it's the last step that you do. After you find the answer to all of this, you square root.
So when you square root
you do parentheses first, right? Then square the answer. Parentheses, square the answer, add them together, and then last is square root. Yes, baby. Okay. All right, so we're going to do number 7. And we're doing 7 through 12 in the book because there's not enough space to do it on that paper. So the two ordered pairs that they give you in number 7 is -2 and 3, -7 and -7. And that's right here. This is number 7. We're finding the distance between these 2 points by using the distance formula. Okay? So we rewrite. So let's label first. I said rewrite, but let's label. This is x1, y1, first point, second point. Let's label first, okay? Any questions about labeling? First point, second point. All right. So now we're going to use the distance formula, okay? So distance formula is D is equal to, remember, the square root. In parentheses, you have x2 minus x1, square it. Then you're going to add y2 minus y1 and square it, okay? Now we're going to take the numbers and we're going to substitute it into the formula and use order of operations to simplify and find our answer, okay? All right, so we got D. Anybody need me to wait a second? Okay, I'll wait, baby. Let me pause real quickly. All right, so make that correction, please. I put Y2 twice. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, here we go. We're going to substitute and we're going to simplify. If you struggle with listening and writing at the same time, then guess what? Just listen first, okay? And then copy, okay? All right, so we got D is equal to, and we're going to substitute these numbers into the formula. So we got x2 is -7, minus is a part of the formula. x1 is -2. Okay, bring this down. Add, all we're doing is substituting. y2 is -7, minus is a part of the formula. y1 is 3. Okay, everything is under the radical sign, the square root symbol. All I did was substitute. If you want, you can put substitute out to the side if that helps you, okay? So you'll know all we did was substitute there, just in case you forget. Okay, now we're going to simplify. Order of operations tells us to do what's in the parentheses first, okay? So let's do what's in the parentheses first. I'm just skipping lines to make it look neater because it's harder to read if I write on top, right up under it. So it'll look neater to you. I'm skipping lines. You don't have to do that. Square root. Let's do this in the parentheses first. What's -7 minus a -2? -5. And then bring down the squared, okay? We're just doing what's in the parentheses first. -7 minus 3, what's that? -10. Okay? We do parentheses first. Everybody okay? Okay. Now I need to tell you this before you start typing this stuff in the calculator. When you square -5, if you say -5 squared, that's going to give you the wrong answer. It's going to give you a -25. That's not right. The calculator always does order of operations. It's gonna square the 5 and then it's gonna multiply it times the negative. Okay, if you want to square -5, you have to put it in parentheses. -5 squared, and that's gonna give you the +25. That's the correct answer. Okay, see how this is in parentheses? Okay, because it wants you to square -5, not just 5. Okay, got it? Any questions about that? Okay. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to simplify this. When I square -5, that's -5 times -5. Yes.
In the parentheses, you put -10, but it's not. It wasn't a -3. It was a +3.
No, but the formula is subtraction.
It's subtraction, babe.
Yeah.
It doesn't get it.
I forgot it's subtraction.
That's okay, sweetheart. All right. That's all right. You're fine. I mean, I'm glad you're speaking up. If you see something that I'm doing that's not right, I'm glad you're willing to tell me. Okay, so -5 times -5 is going to give you 25, right? Plus, what's -10 times -10? It's +100. Okay, do you see that? So now the next step is just to add those together, right? It doesn't look too bad. Does this look squunched up to y'all? Y'all okay with that? All right. So we got 25 plus 100. What's 25 plus 100? 125. Okay. All right. So now after you do that, you're going to find the square root of 125. Okay. So how do I type in square root? Very good. So now type in 125 and we're rounding, what did it say, 10th place. So what is that going to be? 11.2. So D is about, that's squiggly lines, 11.2. Okay, any questions about that?
No.
Okay. All right. Do you need to see another one like this or are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. All right. So this is what, because we don't have a lot of time. This is what I want you to work on. Okay, that's it. Okay, I know you do it now, just as much as you can do. Jesus, just as much as you can do. Okay, before we switch classes.
Wait, do we have to do this before?
No, but if we don't get it done tomorrow, it's gonna be pushed to homework. We still haven't gotten to it yet. Just keep it in your folder till we get to it. Guys, listen. That other sheet you just pointed out, the one I gave you yesterday, we still hadn't gotten to that yet. Don't lose that sheet. Keep it in your folder until we get to it. Okay? Yes, baby. You need to know what sheet I'm talking about. The one from yesterday. Do you need to see it? Find the perimeter. This one right here, baby. Looks like this.
Oh, yeah.
You have this one? Keep it in your folder. We hadn't done that yet, okay? We got to do it. This has to be tomorrow. All right, any questions? Any questions? Okay, work, please. Work.